Hey guys, I'm here to get into Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bumps. It's directed by Stanley Kubrick and released in the year 1964. And this is just one of the strangest comedies ever made. Like, it's just a classic sense of Kubrick going on set, and everything about this was set to be a serious story. Like, and there's a Sidney Lumet film of the same story called Billsick, which is the same year. This one, Kubrick just kind of saw this, and he ultimately wanted to make an ultimate farce and satire. And this is just an incredibly unique mood Kubrick was in, because it just bridges right when he was just in this like hyper intense mood with 2001: Space Odyssey to Eyes Wide Shut. Here, he's just in a loose kind of like screwball mood pretty much all throughout, looking at the most horrifying things and making the ultimate like just dark comedy. Which I mean, it just goes on to influence about most of my '90s, my favorite like '90s like kind of dark comedies, most like Quentin Tarantino, Coen Brothers stuff. Like I feel like it all feels incredibly rooted here. Kubrick really did kind of, I think, just invent a sense of humor with this, the magic of just dark humor, which just really perfectly resonates. And it just perfectly satirizes literally like an end of the world scenario kind of happening, an ultimate just like laughing at ultimate like paranoia. And characters are just really over the top the entire way through. I think this is one of those films, the more I watch it, it's like I saw this a lot when I was 17. I thought, okay, it's pretty good. I didn't like watch it as a favorite much, like as much as a Clockwork Orange did. But I think as I got with age, I think when I was like 20 particularly, I saw this about 10 times, and this was just like, as to me, about like a feeling of watching Pulp Fiction. Like this is just too perfect. And I don't know, with age, I think this is just really one of Kubrick's best screenplays. I think this is richest. It's most hilarious film too, no doubt. But it's almost like a lot of it's almost in a more observational humor as opposed to like a lot of laughing out loud. It's very different and very strategic, just the way all this is paced out. I mean, but it just feels like a perfectly made comedy from start to finish. I mean, this is a very dark comedy, but it's comedy all the same. It's Kubrick just kind of perfectly manages a collaboration. We get three Peter Sellers playing three different characters. I mean, you got George C. Scott, like just completely over the top, foolish kind of characters. Sterling Hayden's just insane. Slim Pickens, and just kind of juxtapates between these like numerous characterizations in there, and these just completely over the top scenarios as they unfold in ways that are just really funny and absurd. Like, it's just, again, like it feels like it's literally kind of building up to like 2001: Space Odyssey, going up to like a space, or just like the end of the world kind of happening right before going into the depths of 2001: Space Odyssey, which is just, yeah, it kind of feels like a unique original mood for Kubrick to be in. It reminds me, like of just, again, amazing cinematography, and again, one of his most hilarious films is always most films, like a lot of this like Barry Lyndon and Clockwork Orange would go on to be pretty funny too, but like, this is just completely unique. And it's just kind of loose energy. Like I don't know, this one's just kind of having fun. It's just kind of just downright silly more than anything, and it kind of just it's just like kind of making you laugh. Like, yeah, the most insanely frightening scenario possible. And I think it's just one of the wisest forward-thinking moves ever. It turns out for what this is going for. Every time I rewatch this, I saw this in theaters like numerous times, like individually in theaters as it played. And I'm always just stunned by how this is all depicted. It's just a very interesting film from start to finish. Very even very surreal, you could say. Very so many memorable scenes, like just so many quotable lines, like like it's just my absolute favorites. You can't find it here. This is the war room. That's the best. Oh man, but yeah, there's just so many parts here that really just stack up as just endlessly rewatchable, you could say. I feel like all of this just really speaks for itself. It's just a very original moment. Where just again anything could happen here. It's very intense the way it gets there. So yeah, I mean, Kubrick just remains one of my all-time favorite directors. This is just absolutely one of his greatest moments. So this goes strongly recommended from start to finish.